How to be a high maintenance woman. Hello ladies, welcome to my life. How are you guys? Hello. Okay, let me type the title so that more of you can join. How to be a high maintenance woman. Hello guys. Hello, how are you? So the reason why I'm going live to talk about how to be high maintenance is because like when I look at my stats on YouTube, like it came apparently many women are looking for those keywords. So every time I see that there is a keyword that is popping up and YouTube suggests me to do something about it, I just come here. Okay. So if you have other suggestions, you are free to send me a DM on Instagram or to drop comments in the comment section if you are watching this on YouTube. How are you guys? So today we're gonna talk about how to be a high maintenance woman. Don't worry, for those of you who can't stay until the end, I'm gonna put a replay on YouTube. You're gonna have it tomorrow actually, because I put all the replays on YouTube on Monday. Hello everyone. By the way, if you are excited about this live and if you want me to keep on coming here, please, like, you have a heart, give it a like so that more people can join, because when you give it a like, what happens is like you signal to Instagram and YouTube that this is a bomb live and more people should join. So please do me a favor and give it a like. So how to be a high maintenance woman. So I have my little plan with me. So you have it here. I have my notes. So we're gonna start by talking about the definition of a high maintenance woman. And I'm gonna talk about if that attitude is good or bad. I'm gonna talk about if you have to develop that attitude. If yes, what's blocking you? We're gonna talk about how to be high maintenance for those who want it, and yeah. So let's get started. So first of all, we're gonna have a look at the definition of a high maintenance woman, and this is something that I had to do because it doesn't, like, the equivalent doesn't really exist in my mother tongue. So I'm French, and we don't really have a term to define, like, to say that someone is high maintenance, like. So yeah, I went through Urban Dictionary, and this is what they say. High maintenance. It's someone who requires a lot of work, attention to maintain. Well, it's something in general that requires a lot of work and attention to maintain. It's also requiring a lot of money or attention to appearance. So I believe that someone who invests a lot in their appearance to the point where other things that they are a bit superficial. It's also about requiring a high emotional investment or an excessive amount of money. Example of high maintenance behavior: having frequent professional cosmetic consultations such as hairdressing, manicures and pedicures, excessive worthless spending, attention craving, being too delicate or suave. And they say, yeah, high maintenance is primarily used to refer to attractive straight women or a person that's stuck on self. Okay, next definition. It's about requiring a lot of attention. When describing a person, high maintenance usually means that the individual is emotionally needy or prone to over dramatizing a situation to gain attention. Okay, so for those of you again who can't stay until the end, that's okay. I'm gonna put the replay on YouTube. So this was the definition of high maintenance by Urban Dictionary, and my understanding of this is like the people who say so and so is high maintenance usually like people who tend to shame you for taking care of yourself, for investing in your looks, for having high standards as well when it comes to dating, and for expecting princess treatment because they themselves are happy with the bare minimum because they have low self-esteem. You see, like other people I've seen who called me high maintenance, or other women high maintenance. So as always, women out of their league. Okay, so why do you need this attitude? So it's important for you to be higher maintenance, not in the sense where now you become needy, you require an excessive amount of attention. No, it's not that. It's about you wanting a healthy relationship where you both invest in one another. You see, you both work on making the relationship beautiful, and you both educate yourself on relationship skills to make the relationship better and to make sure that the other person has their needs met. And it only comes through education. Okay, that's the reason why I wrote How to Bag a High Caliber Man in 12 Weeks. In there, I teach you male psychology and also help you understand yourself better, because when you understand yourself better, you understand others better as well. So yeah, you need to work on this attitude. You need to work on being higher maintenance, because right now, if you play it cool, like you think that you have to say yes to everything because you are afraid of others to think that you require too much, and you are too rigid, too strict, and all of that, you will always find people who take you for granted and also want you. Like, you can't be high maintenance if you have high standards as well when it comes to the relationship that you have with yourself. By that I mean that when you say something, you stick to it. So you have discipline in your life as well. You have rules for the way you live your own life as well. You see. So this is what I mean by being high maintenance in a good way. You have strict rules, not because you are into punishment. Far from it. It's because you understand that having strict rules in life is freeing. Having a system and having structure is freeing. It's not punishment. So right now, what's happening, maybe you are new to femininity, so what you do is that you follow a bunch of pages. When they talk about standards being the price, you give it a like, you scream yeah, standards, you share it on your stories and all of that. But it doesn't mean that you actually have leveled up and you are emotionally feminine. You need to know that getting there requires working on your self-esteem. And not only that, we're going to talk about the other things later on. But yeah, you need to know that it's not just about screaming standards and giving likes to the posts that you see on social media, you see. So what's blocking you right now to be actually high maintenance in a good way? So what's blocking you is that you have mental blocks. So you think that you aren't worthy of having high standards for the ways you expect men or the men you date to treat you. You think, no, I can't ask for Uber. I can't require him to pay for all of my dates and for all of our dates and all of that, because you don't believe that that's possible for you. You don't believe that a man has to do it for you. You are afraid of him to feel like you are taking advantage of him and all of that. You're afraid to be judged, and you are afraid to be called a gold digger and all of that. But that's not that at all. If he's done with his studies and he has a stable job and he wants a relationship, then he also needs to work on being ready for a relationship. You see, so being ready for a relationship for a man means being able to provide for two. Think about it. If you get married, who's gonna pay for the nanny? Who's gonna pay for the cleaning lady for you? You see, so right now, if he can't even afford food for you once a week, then he's not ready for deep commitment. You see, you need to understand that not everyone is worthy of a relationship. And I know right now you are screaming like, no, that's mean and all of that. But that's not what I meant. What I mean is that we are all worthy of love, but not everyone is worthy of a relationship. It's not the same thing. Love and a relationship is not the same thing. Okay? So I want this to be clear for you. So yeah, the things that are blocking you is that you have mental blocks when it comes to your ability to attract, great men, kings. That's how I like to call them. And what's happening right now is that you don't have great role models around you. You don't have women around you who get princess treatment. So you think that that's out of reach, but it isn't. And actually, it's gonna help you a lot if you have feminine women around you who get princess treatment, who have respectful men who go out of their way for them. It's gonna inspire you, and it's gonna make you understand that, wait, this is actually possible for me, and I deserve it. Okay, so yeah, if you don't have healthy role models, this is why you have a hard time, showing up confident and showing up with that huge self-esteem, where you know that you expect and you deserve princess treatment. So a lot of women talk about the fact that, yeah, if there is a guy that I like, I just, slide in his DMs, it doesn't matter. I can say hi on Bumble and all of that, it doesn't matter. And they think this is self-confidence, but this isn't self-confidence. Okay, this is having low self-confidence. Well, not self-confidence, this is having low self-esteem, because a woman who has high self-esteem thinks, oh, I'm amazing, I'm gorgeous. I know that the guy who thinks the same way will initiate with me. That's having high self-esteem, and that's you going after what you want, which is self-confidence. Because a woman who goes after what she wants is a woman who makes herself available to attract great men, not to chase great men, but to attract them. Okay, and I also want to let you know that on Monday I'm gonna discount my guide, How to Bag a High Caliber Man in 12 Weeks. Yeah, I want you to have all the tools that you need to get commitment in a few months, because that's the guide that I created for women who don't particularly struggle with their self-esteem, but they are clueless about men. So what happens for them is that they have dates, they have no problem having dates, Tinder matches, and all of that, but it never leads to commitment because they lack skills. Okay, getting commitment requires a skill, and that skill is femininity, and it also means that you need to understand male psychology. Men have their own way to fall in love. So what I've noticed is, like, many women, when the guy, he's sweet, cute, and he pays for dates and all of that, they think, oh, he likes me. They think, oh, he likes me, I have nothing else to do. But it doesn't work like that. Okay, he's seducing you, but you also need to seduce him if you want him to fall for you and eventually commit. Okay, and that's what my guide provides. So yeah, you're gonna have 20% off from Monday, and make sure to save it somewhere in your calendar, because it's for a few days only, and when it's gone, it's gone. When the offer is gone, it's gone. So yeah, so I want to talk about how to be high maintenance, because you see, if you want princess treatment, you need to show up as a woman as well, who deserves princess treatment. So what to do? You need to level up physically, so it means that you need to level up physically, so it means that you need to look better. Your face, your hair, the makeup. Like, watch some tutorials on YouTube to make your face look better. Listen, none of us look beautiful without makeup. So yeah, past 2022 maybe, all of us look tired without makeup, and the secret is to work on your eyebrows. The secret is your eyebrows and your eyelashes. Get some eyelashes extensions, and your eyebrows, you can just shave them, or have someone do it for you. Okay, if you don't know how to shape them properly. And with makeup as well, you can redesign your eyebrows. Eyelashes, I'm not good with the fake ones, so what I do, I just go to the eyelash lady, and yeah, like, you look beautiful in less than an hour. So do it. For the gym, okay, you need to be consistent with the gym. Men love women who take care of their body. Even though you are happy with your body right now, like, you need to maintain it. Okay, it's about maintaining what you already have. And when it comes to clothes, honestly, the trick is knowing what colors work for you. If you have colors that are part of your color palette close to your face, you're gonna glow, you're gonna look a lot more beautiful. That's the secret to the women that you think, oh my god, she's so beautiful. No, she's wearing, well, yes, she's beautiful, but yeah, she's wearing the colors that works on that works for her skin tone. So yeah, discover what works for you as well. And so yeah, we talk about how to level up when it comes to your hair. Well, for the hair, you can experiment with wigs, You can change the color as well. And by the way, when you change the color of your hair, make sure you also change the color of your eyebrows, because sometimes you look off, right, when the hair is blonde and the eyebrows are still brown. Okay, so make sure that that everything looks smooth. And the clothes, yes, wear clothes for your unique body. Don't try to copy the women who don't look like you, but you just admire them, because you won't look as great. Okay, make sure you wear clothes that work for your unique body. I have small tits. Well, what do? I wear things that are great. I wear things that are great for women with small tits. I don't body shame myself. I just work with what I have. And if really having a bigger chest is an issue for you, like is a dream for you, and you feel insecure about your small chest, start with therapy first. And if really you find that you are okay and that's really just the boobs, and you are sure that, well, you can never be 100% sure that once you have the cosmetic surgery you're gonna be more confident. But really, like, if you feel like, yeah, you have great self-esteem, great confidence, but and it's just about aesthetics, then in that case, yeah, go for a breast augmentation. Save up for it for a few months or a few years, depending on your lifestyle right now, and then get it done. Okay, what's important is you feeling good. If this can boost your confidence, then go for it. And then also, again, I want to remind you that if you really want to show up more high maintenance, you need to develop some skills, and those skills are taught in my guide, How to Bag Your High Caliber Man in 12 Weeks. And again, you're gonna have a discount from Monday for a few days. So yeah, grab it. If you want commitment in a few months, and you are sick of of having those dates, of having situationships, men who think that you are wonderful, pretty, and all of that, but you just don't understand why they don't commit, you're gonna get those answers in my book, and you're gonna have what to do from now on to stop those situationships. Okay, so yeah, once you develop those skills, you're gonna see that you start to have princess treatment, and masculine men think that you are a goddess. And so yeah, what I want you to understand is, like, there are different layers when it comes to being perceived more high maintenance in a good way. So first, you have to work on your look. So this is kind of easy, because, well, it's easy, but it costs money, because going to the hairdresser, eyelash tech, and all of that costs money. But I still think that this is easy if you budget for it. So you have this. So that's the first layer. That's the most superficial layer. And then you have the second layer, that is the skills. So the skills is what my book provide. It's really complete. It's straight to the point, and you have bonuses as well. And in those bonuses, you have what's in my private course. So you have 3 modules to keep the men chasing until commitment. And then the last layer, that is basically your foundation, is you working on your self-esteem and self-confidence. You see, when you work on that foundation, this is how you're gonna feel safe, first of all, because right now, when you don't feel confident when it comes to your love life and all of that, it's because you don't feel safe. Okay, but the women for whom my guide is women who have an okay self-esteem and an okay level of confidence, but they just don't understand why those months of dating don't lead to deep commitment. Okay, and they feel like they don't know what they are doing. Okay, so that's the book you need if you find yourself in that scenario. And then, yeah, if you struggle with self-esteem, self-confidence, and all of that, the first thing, if it's like deeply rooted, the first thing to do is to work with a therapist. And alongside therapy work, you need to work with a femininity coach. Okay, a femininity coach will specialize in dating, because a therapist doesn't specialize in dating unless she's like, a couple therapist. But yeah, if your struggle comes from low self-esteem in dating and low confidence when dating, then you need to work with a femininity coach. Okay, so do you guys have questions? Hello, Lara, how are you guys? Don't worry, I'm gonna put a replay on YouTube tomorrow. Hello guys, how are you? So I have a question here. How do I ask for money without begging? I've never had a man give me money. So I have a question for you. First of all, does he make enough for two? Because again, getting money from a man isn't about abusing him financially. Okay, so you need to make sure first of all that he has enough for two. I have another question here. If you go on a date with a guy who soon after the first meet, should he follow up? So after the first date, he should ask you to, or he should text you to know if you made it home safely. So you give it 24 hours, 48 hours max, and anything longer than that, he gets blocked. And I want you to be really strict with that, because he's gonna come back when he has no one else. He's gonna come back, and you're gonna give him a chance because you feel desperate now. No, he has 24 to 48 hours. Like for 48 hours, that's a lot. But yeah, that's the maximum you're gonna give him, and anything longer than that, he gets blocked. And it's not even about just dating. It's about being sweet. I mean, come on, we spent 2 hours together. I made myself beautiful, and all of that we loved, and all of that, and you can't even check if I'm home safely. Like, that's bad manners. Hi Yasmin, I remember you really well. How are you? So question, if you say a man prepares for marriage by money, then how does a woman prepare? So it's not just about the money. Okay, I want it to be clear. It's not just about the money, because we live in we live in a time where getting money has been more easier than ever. So it's not just about the money, it's also about him working on his character. He needs to make sure that he has an amazing personality, he's loving, he's kind, he's patient. Oh, thank you, Yasmin. Yeah, she loves the she loves the golden eyeshadow. Yeah, I like it too. Thank you. So yeah, it's not just about the money, it's also about the character. It's about him being ready to be a great father as well if you want kids, obviously. So it means that he's educating himself on conscious parenting. He makes sure that he's working on his ego, on being patient, and all of that. And he's working on being an amazing person in and outside of a relationship. So you want to make sure that others have admiration for him, people look up to him, and all of that. Okay, it's really about being with someone who is amazing, and that's the same thing for you. You want to be amazing, but not by acting like a man, but more like acting like a goddess, you see. And like, you need to have it deeply rooted in you. Like, your self-identity should be, I'm a goddess. You see, not just with what we see on social media where you like those posts, yes, I'm a goddess and all of that, but like when you really think that you are a goddess and you show up as such. And some people who will watch this and say, oh yeah, I'm all for working on our self-esteem and all of that, but I also know that I'm not a goddess, and I want to stay humble. But you see, when you position yourself as a goddess, you aren't being cocky. Okay, you are giving the man and the man you date a service, because he needs you to think that you are a goddess. Okay, he won't try to, like, a man who is healthy and who thinks that you're amazing and all of that will not try to humble you when you position yourself as a goddess. If he finds you attractive, he will want you to act like a goddess. Like, that's attractive to them, to see that you act like a princess, that you act like a goddess. Not in the negative sense of being high maintenance, you see, but in the positive sense of, no, I'm amazing, and if you want to stay in my life, you need to become amazing as well, you see. Hello, I see that more of you are joining. So we talked about how to be a high maintenance woman, and the live is the life is almost done. Actually, it's almost over. And Yasmin says, I believe the goddess thing, princess, but respectfully, not arrogantly. Yes, exactly. And it's also about empowering other women, because when you think that you're a goddess, a princess, and all of that, you want other women to feel like that as well. Whereas a woman who is arrogant, she thinks that she's the queen of the world and others are beneath her, even other women. But that's not that. Yes, exactly. Always leading with respect and grace. Exactly. And also remember that what you do to others is what you do to yourself. So every time you're gonna empower others and all of that, you're gonna empower yourself too. And every time you're gonna shame others and all of that, you are shaming yourself too. So your self-esteem will still be low. I don't know if you had people like that in high school, for example. They would always, make fun of others and all of that, but their own self-esteem was the lowest as well. It's because on the moment you feel good, you think, oh, I'm making others laugh and all of that by humiliating others, but it doesn't help you with your self-esteem, because what helps you with your own self-esteem is speaking highly of others. Now, you won't like everyone, that's totally normal, and you won't be able to speak highly of people you hate, but what you can do at least is not think about them at all. Okay, well, that's all for today. I'm gonna try to make more posts on social media, on Instagram, at least, because I haven't been posting too much on my feed. I will try to resume a little bit, but it's time consuming and all of that, and I really need to work on my creativity to make femininity digestible to you. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Don't worry, the replay will be on YouTube. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you watch this video on YouTube, and to drop a comment as well, because the comments help me empower other women. And you know that when you do that, you also empower other women. When more of us will be feminine, with high self-esteem and all of that, what it means for you is that you're gonna have access to better men as well. Because when women say we want better, men are forced to level up. Everything men do right now and everything men have done till today, it's because of women. If women say we require providers, we want princess treatment and all of that, we won't settle for less. If all of us say that, they will have no other option than level up and make more money, work on their character and all of that. Because what's important for a man is having a woman. No woman, no life. And it might sound silly, but like I remember I had a friend at uni. Her boyfriend had cancer, and at some point, like she was with him at the hospital, and she was like, yeah, I love you. And you know what his answer was? He answered, how can you love a man who can't satisfy you sexually anymore? So you see, for them, his ability to please you is the most important thing ever. Like, him not being able to please a woman means that he's dead. It's worse than death, you see. So I hope this video was helpful to you, and you got to understand yourself better, and you got a few tips here and there to level up and show up magnetic. So I will see you next week. Bye bye.